Hey everyone, welcome to my library. My name is Melissa and today I'm going to be talking about all the books I want to read in February. So February is the Historathon, which is hosted by Amanda over at the Curly Reader and Angie over at Science Mama. This is a month-long historical fiction readathon and I'm so excited about it because I actually kind of had in mind that I wanted to focus my reading on historical fiction in February. So for this to also be announced after I kind of had that in my head was just perfect timing. So I am going to share with you guys the two books that I will definitely be reading in February. And then I will also share with you guys some other books that I'm leaning towards to want to read for various prompts on the Historathon bingo board, which I'll show right here. And I have books kind of picked out for each of those prompts, but then I'm also wanting to mood read a lot more this February. I actually am a mood reader. I love just picking something off my shelves. And so with these other books that I'm showing, they're more like books on my radar type of situation. Like they're books I could pick up in the month that I kind of just wanted to spotlight to get your opinion on too, if there's one that I really should pick up or prioritize. So, with all that being said, I'll start with the book I will for sure be reading in February, and that is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. So this book is part of my Buddy Reads Discord group, one of the top 12 books I wanted to read in 2021. And so a ton of us are reading it on that channel. I'll leave the link to my Discord down below. I always do. So if you wanted to join in on the Buddy Read, I would happily welcome you. I'm also reading this with another YouTuber. Her name is Victoria over at A Musical Bookworm. And so we're hosting this together. And then at the end of the month, I'm actually planning on doing a live show on my channel. First live show ever. I'm so excited. And we're just going to be discussing this book. So it's going to be kind of like a book club situation. And for the prompts that this fits, it's World War II. So there's not a ton of prompts it fits because they're trying to kind of focus not on World War II. But it's okay. This book will fit the prompt, a book with no people on the cover. And then I know this is set in Paris. So if you've been to Paris, it will be a book it'll fit the prompt for a book set in a place you visited. I've never been to Paris, so it won't fit that prompt, but that's okay. I have other books that will. So please join in the Buddy Reads Discord if you want to and talk about this book with us. It's going to be so fun, and I'm so excited to finally read this book. It's been on my radar since it came out and since it's been, highly praised, won the Pulitzer Prize, so it has to be good. Then the only other book that I definitely will be reading in February, and I'm going to be reading it with my lovely, lovely dear friend Tara over at Tara North. We will be reading The Cardinal Sins by Andrew M. Greeley. So this is also part of the top 12 books I want to read in 2021. So I'm so excited about this book. It follows two different clergy priests who end up both falling for a woman, and it's kind of like the story of how they cope with that because obviously they're forbidden to. So I'm so excited about this book. The blurb just sold me on it when I found this at Books on 7th Avenue. It says, An American Thornbirds, A Contemporary Keys of the Kingdom, a multi-generational novel you will treasure. I am a sucker for a clergy romance, and this is also historical. It is set in so I guess like each book is set in a different decade. So the first book is the 40s, and then I think it goes all the way to the 70s. Or I guess 1981. So it spans 40 years. And the prompts that it fulfills for Historathon are, let me see. It is set in it's set in a place that I have visited. It's set in Chicago, and I have been to Chicago multiple times. And so, I actually really love that city. And then also it's multi-generational, and that's one of the prompts to read a multi-generational book. So yeah, I mean, it says it right on the back that it's a multi-generational book, so, oh man, it's gonna be, it's gonna be great. The only other book that I plan on still being in the middle of, and honestly guys, I'm kind of like ashamed that it's like still going, but I'm sorry, I've just been prioritizing other books, and so I really haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm still so enjoying it, so I know I need to pick it up. It's this whole dilemma right now. I'm like trapped. But yeah, it's The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Yeah, if I don't want to focus on the other historical fiction that I am leaning towards, or that if I just wanted a break, I will pick up this book. Or if I'm being sensible, one of the two. So yeah, this is the book that I'm still in the middle of. So then I also wanted to just discuss some books that have been on my radar for I don't even know how many years, that could fit into some of the prompts for Historathon. If the mood strikes, I will pick up one of these books. So one of the prompts is a book about a war that is not World War II. And so the two that I have for that are right here. So one is Heaven and Hell by John Jakes. So this is the third and the last book in the Civil War trilogy. I've talked your guys' ear off about North and South, and then the second one is called Love and War, and then this one is the third one. So yeah, it's actually like post-Civil War, just barely post-Civil War. And it's one of my goals to finish this trilogy this year. As part of the top 10 series I need to get moving on or finish in 2021. So yeah, it would be great if I could pick this book up. But February is also the shortest month of the year. And so getting through these two books along with others, who knows if it'll happen. But yeah, this book would be amazing to fit in. The other book that is not World War II that I am just captivated by, utterly captivated by, and that is Beyond the Moon by Catherine Taylor. So this is a World War I book. And let me read you guys the front, because this will show you guys why I'm sold on it. A novel of World War I, time travel, and love. It's about this girl who ends up time traveling back to World War I and meets this lieutenant. And I guess the lieutenant is, he's suffering from hysterical blindness. And then, maybe she treats him or something. I'm not exactly sure, but doesn't that sound so good? And this cover is just utterly gorgeous. I keep on saying utterly, but yeah, this book just sounds right up my alley. Another prompt is a historical fiction subgenre. And you guys know I love my historical romance as well. And so for that, I would definitely love if I could pick up Years by LaVryle Spencer. I'm currently reading Morning Glory. I'm almost done with it and absolutely loved it. Like, it's gonna get 5 stars unless something crazy happens. It is so good. The writing is so beautiful. And the story, I don't know how to describe it, but it was just the most heartwarming, endearing, character-driven story. So with all that being said, definitely want to pick up more LaVryle Spencer. And this book is also historical. It's set in 1917, so it's World War I. And it says, the sweeping plains held the promise of a lifetime. And it sounds like a teacher falls in love with kind of like a bad boy or something. And then maybe he gets recruited for World War I. So yeah, I am excited about this one. Then the group read is The Yellow Bird Sings, and I have that one on audio, so I'm so excited. I hope I can get to it. I usually listen to historical romances on audio. I don't even know the last time I've listened to a different genre of a book via audio besides romance. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. But I know it's about a girl who is young. She's like 7 and a mom. and they're trying to remain in hiding, and I think it's in World War II times, and the girl is some sort of musical prodigy, and so she always wants to be composing and like singing and stuff, but she can't because she has to be quiet. And so the mom makes up this yellow bird, imaginary yellow bird, that sings all of this girl's songs and like somehow makes music or something. So yeah, it's kind of like a musical story. And I have this one on, like I said, I have it on audio, so I'm hoping that they kind of incorporate maybe some musical elements to it. I think that would be awesome. Then another prompt on the bingo board is a book with a person's name on the cover. So I have two possibilities for that. One of them is Ross Poldark. So yeah, this is the first one in the Poldark series by Winston Graham. Is that his name? Yeah, Winston Graham. Yeah, I can't believe I haven't read this book or like this series. I know it's so highly recommended to me, and I know it's also part of the Masterpiece collection. It has a TV series. I haven't seen the TV series at all. I have no idea what this is about. I know it's set in like colonial times, and that's all I know. It sounds kind of like similar to maybe Outlander type vibes. Not really sure. Like, just in the breadth of the characters and the time and everything. Could be wrong. But anyways, yeah, so this book has been on my list for forever. The other book that has a person's name on the cover is Scarlet by Alexandra Ripley. So this is the sequel to Gone with the Wind, obviously written by someone else, and it's huge. So you guys, if I decided to read this, oh my gosh, that would be insane, but I would love to. I actually heard from Tia and All the Books that this book is like good. It's not very highly rated on Goodreads, so I'm very nervous about it. And I've never had great luck with sequels written by other people for classic books. It's never been, I mean, Pride and Prejudice, still looking for a good one. So, yeah, I'm intrigued though. And I obviously, if I can find something that is reminiscent to Gone with the Wind, I'm so down. So yeah, this would be a good pick. A book set during winter. I have this book right here. So this is White Rose, Black Forest by Eoin Dempsey. Super thin book, so I could potentially easily read it for the readathon. And basically, my parents bought me this for Christmas, and it's been on my list for a long time because it's set in December of 1943, and this German soldier gets like snowed in this family's cabin, and the girl ends up, what's her name? Franca ends up kind of like caring for, because he's injured, this German soldier. And so, yeah, they end up maybe falling for each other. It also sounds like it kind of maybe is a thriller a little bit or something. Sounds like it might be a little bit more fast-paced than other books. December 1943, definitely winter time. So the only other prompt left is a book by a diverse author. I don't own any of these books, but they are definitely books that have been on my TBR for a long time. So sorry, I heard something out the window. The first one is The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. I know this is a historical book about a man who is gay and he's growing up in Ireland in like the 70s or something. And it's just kind of his struggles there, and then also his finding family or something. It's very, very sad from what I know. I know Lauren in the books loves this book, so that's why I put it on this list. And then the other one is Roots by Alex Haley. This is a multi-generational classic saga of a African-American family. And I know it starts with like very early on, like I think in a slave ship coming to America, and then it's just like generation. That's the other book on for this prompt. So yeah, you guys, that's a lot of historical fiction that I just listed that is on my radar, but honestly, all of them, I wish I could pick up in February. Like, I wish I had 8 brains and 16 eyes and I could just read all these books, but unfortunately, I'll probably get to maybe one more besides the 2 that I listed. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, that was a very long TBR video, but I just kind of wanted to share with you guys some of the historical fiction I'm excited about. Please, if you would like, please like and comment. I reply to every single comment. And please subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye!